Good morning, everybody. This is Kimba with WSQL 1240, and I am sitting here in the studio with Michael Truffant and Lynn Warner from the heart of Brevard. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Kimba. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Tell me what you've got to expound upon in the heart of Brevard.
Well, I think Brevard is ready. I think if you've been downtown and been around on Facebook, you've seen that Brevard is ready, our little pins and our buttons, and you know, it means a whole lot more than just a pin or a button. Very quickly, my assessment of Brevard after Custa and construction is that we've kind of been stuck.
Okay.
And there's sort of a mentality to let's get unstuck and let's go somewhere and do something. So the pin that I sort of brought up is Brevard is ready. While, you know, I think the city and government is eager to go forward, if the community doesn't plug in, then indeed nothing, you know, can really happen well. And
Exactly.
so I think it's time for us to, I think we're ready. I think there's an attitude of let's go. We've had a great summer here. The merchants have done well in the heart of Brevard. You know, while the economy's not where we want it to be, there's just that readiness. And so Brevard is ready. Part of what the heart of Brevard is doing is looking at what we can do to contribute to the community and how we can help. So we're going to launch on August 20th, so you'll be one of the first to know.
Oh,
it isn't
good.
official. Is that we're going to launch Imagine Brevard. Because if you're ready,
Yes.
okay, we're ready to do what?
Imagine.
And what are we gonna do? So we're going to imagine. And imagine isn't get some people in a room at the government level and talk about what all the data says. The key is, what is the community wanting? What is the community, what do you thirst for? What's exciting? We have the most incredible community here. I love Brevard.
I agree with you.
We have water, we have mountains, we have music, we have art, we've just got everything great.
Yes.
And so, rather than being stuck in where we've been, where do we want to go? And so I'm excited about that. There's young folks here. There's people who've been here a long time. So I think, sort of as I describe things, I think Brevard's kind of been like a bunch of people in a room, and, it's kind of like sardines, and they're kind of wiggling around a little bit, but they're looking for the way out. And so what Heart of Brevard really is committing to do is saying, look, let's get the community involved.
Absolutely.
And ultimately what we want to do is maybe find the door, cut a new doorway that leads a path to where everybody can go down. Because, again, it's a great time, it's a great place. We've been doing a lot of what we've been doing for a lot of years.
Right.
And people want something different. So we bring those assets, we bring those skills, we bring that enthusiasm, because I think it's going to be easy if we can get the tipping point going.
Sure, absolutely. I agree with you. In fact, one of the things that I think about all the time, and I've mentioned it to several of our city officials, about incorporating the voice of the youth. These are people that, young people that you hope would stay here and help to build their own town the way that they want it.
If you look at communities, there's people come in, they go to school, they go to high school, then they go off to college.
Right.
And they don't come back until they're ready to have a family. And that's that 18 to 35 demographic.
Right.
And that's your richest, economically vital community that you have. And most communities that are suffering lose that. Well, we need to keep them here.
Right.
We need to have them here. That's jobs, of course. But what they want is, they want a lifestyle. They want parks. They want music. We have both of those. They got mountains. We've got everything they want. There's some nightlife, and we're getting there. We've gone from a little pen at White Squirrel to a block, and we're getting there. And Phoenix and some other folks are kind of getting it, and Rick in the alleyway at Squirrel Root. Things are moving right, and that's what will really attract that class. And we want to be very conscious about that. Because that's the group we want. They've been here, they lived here, we want them to stay here, and so that's why we want to grow our economy.
So now, when you have this Imagine Brevard, how exactly are you planning on making this happen? I mean, are you just going to have an initial little meeting with city officials, or are you going to invite the public to that?
Now, you know that's part of the answers to this, so you're setting me up. But the deal is that we have, and I'll announce it here, we've just gotten 65 North Broad, the old billiard place, the MIMS building. We've taken that whole retail space. The windows are blacked out right now with question marks on them.
Okay.
But we're going to take that space, and it's going to be like a town hall. But it's not town hall. We could have done it at City Hall. We could have done it somewhere else. This is our hall. This is the Imagine Brevard Center. And what we want to do is throw the doors open, have a minimalist look, have Post-it notes and boards all over the place, and say, what does the White Squirrel Festival look like? Is it one stage or three stages? What do we want nightlife to look like? What do we want cycling to look like? Let's take every part of the community that's important and have people come paint. In our meeting I had the other day, government down, the council and the good thing about this round is it's not a fight. The city is wanting us to come forward with things.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes it fun. So, Joe Moore and the city council, they've got an open mindset to say, we're listening. They're ready as well.
Yes, they are.
And so we're going to throw the doors open and say, I don't care who you are. Come tell us. It's like going to a painting party. We've got a blank canvas.
Right.
We didn't sell out like Maggie Valley 20 years ago. We don't want to be Branson, Missouri.
Right.
So the here is, come in and let's talk thoughtfully about what we want to do. But we want the young. We want the not so muckety mucks in there. We want everybody because it's our community.
Right.
And when you get that movement started, person by person, you sort of get like a wave in a stadium. A few people start.
Right.
So when we throw the doors open, we have both online, brevardisready.com, and we'll have this physical space right on Broad Street with plenty of traffic counts. We're going to open it up, and we're going to be open day and night, capturing input from people that we think when you get creative people in a room and start talking about things, I think the palette is white. I think it is wide open, and I think Brevard is ready. And it'll take a couple of rounds. We're going to do a week of really kind of hot issues that are out there. Then we'll have a quiet week. Then we'll do it, and we'll another week, and we'll actually do 3 of those. Because if you missed the first one or you didn't get it, we're going to turn this right around to the media. That would be you and the Times and everybody else. But we're going to put it out public. We're going to be transparent. And I think it's just going to be a free-for-all in a good sense. And that's the way you want it. You want this community to celebrate. We want to get back in that mindset because we have so much to offer.
Well, I know that anything that involves imagination is thrilling to me. I love to use my imagination to be as creative as possible, to be as artistic as possible. And I know that this community is very full of those types of individuals that are just dying to get out there.
They're coming out of the woodwork.
Yes,
the people who are showing up at our office is amazing and inspiring to both Lynn and I.
Well, I know just in conversations in the various events that I've gone to, I stop and have conversations with people, and I've run into young mothers that want parks here that they can take their children, put them in the stroller and take them, and they can, go
skateboards.
Of course we want that. We want a skateboard park for our kids, definitely.
Part of the framework what we look at is sort of a checklist of what are great communities have. And the skate park, one of those things, absolutely. There's some 500 kids who are signed up on that thing and parents. So, is it a nightlife? Yes. Why don't we have a really great farmer's market downtown? It's over behind Comporium. Let's pull that out.
Sure.
We ought to have the farmer's market at night where people come socialize and do stuff.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Well,
yes.
that's all that creativity that can come out. When you get people in a room, it is just exciting to see what happens.
I agree. Now, what about, Lynn is responsible for a lot of administrative stuff there at Heart of Brevard. Is there any...
Well, Lynn's star is rising in my book. Lynn has gone from administrative assistant to, quite honestly, she is now running all the affairs of the Heart of Brevard in terms of the festivals and the operations. So she's driving the train there.
Right.
And she's coordinating, again, White Squirrel's going to be 10th anniversary.
Wow. Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah,
Okay.
she ran the 4th of July completely, so don't tell her because she's sitting right behind me, but she's done an incredible job. But Lynn is a perfect example of what can happen here. Lynn was sitting there in a desk job doing an assistant work, and now she's running. She's doing all the board stuff. She's doing that while I work on Imagine Brevard. Brevard is ready, and she's done a great job. So there's a lot coming to the district. We had a great meeting last week, and so but I just think Lynn is really a model of what this place is going to be.
Well, I agree with you 100%.
We like her.
Yep, I kind of like her too a little bit.
Can't tell her too much. Good thing she's not sitting right behind us.
So, since we are running out of time, is there a website that people can go to find out more information? Or I know you said that you're going to be mentioning with the media when all this is going to come about.
We're going to start putting it out. There'll be a deal in Times. Here's what I need. I need 1 to 30 people who want to lead, volunteer project leaders. Go to brevardisready.com and tell me you want to be a volunteer project leader. We'll tell you all about it. We'll train it, but it doesn't matter what your position is. I don't want the muckety-mucks. I want the people with attitude who want to be our volunteer project leaders, and they'll watch this city change.
Wow. Wow.
It's going to be incredible.
I'm in awe.
Well, 10 minutes of awe anytime you want it. We will be here because we got lots to talk about.
Well, great. And I plan on having you back to keep us updated and let us know what all is going on.
The squirrel is part of this. I mean, this is, you all are part of the play. You're part of the communications. You're important to the integrity of what happens here, so we want to be involved as well.
That sounds great. Thanks a lot, Michael.
You got it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Lynn.
Oh, you're welcome.